Hi everybody, welcome back to my mom's recipe box. We have a sweet treat for you today. Today we're going to be making pound cake. Now pound cake probably came from Northern Europe, but it's been in American cookbooks since 1796. So we like to think of this as kind of an American type of cake. Now in the olden days, American pound cake was a pound of butter, a pound of sugar, a pound of eggs, a pound of flour. This recipe is a little bit different from that, but we are using a pound of butter, okay, and about a pound of flour. So it's not completely different, but it's a little bit different. Now this is a really dense cake, and there's a million things you can do with pound cake. It's a great base for things like strawberry shortcake, for a cake with ice cream and fruit, cake with whipped cream, some kind of topping. A lot of people put glazes on their pound cake. I want you guys to just, feel free to sort of experiment with this cake. This cake is kind of like a building block to a lot of different kinds of desserts, okay? So it's a really basic recipe. All you need are half a dozen eggs, 6 eggs, a pound of butter. This is 4 cups of flour. This is 3/4 of a cup of almond milk, but you can use regular milk if you want to. And this is a little over 2 cups of sugar. Now the reason, normally it calls for 3 cups of sugar, but I'm using a sugar stevia blend and it ends up being sweeter than just plain sugar. So I've cut the amount of sugar down to just about 2 cups, not quite 2 cups. You can even go less if you want. If you want it less sweet, you can definitely use less sugar, and you can definitely experiment with the types of sugar that you want to use in it, okay? And the other thing we're going to use is, of course, because we're baking, we're using vanilla extract. Now, you can use different kinds of extracts in this cake, so I want you to feel free to maybe try a lemon extract with the vanilla, maybe try an almond extract. That's kind of classic. What I'm going to be using today is a spice blend extract. So this is an extract of cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and allspice. And this is called pumpkin pie spice extract. If you can't find it, and I've only found it twice, just experiment with different kinds of extract, okay? So when we come back, we're going to line up our ingredients and we're going to get started on this very easy cake. Oh, preheat your oven. Almost forgot. Preheat your oven to 300, okay? 300. There we go. I'm going to make mine 325 because this is a cold oven. And there we go. Okay? Okay, guys, so we're getting ready to put our cake together. So if you can see over here, the cameraman will show you that I have lined up my ingredients in the order that I'm going to be using it, okay? So that's a cool thing. And also I want to give a quick shout out to my best friend Laurel Wheatal. She gave me a set of Fiestaware utensils for Christmas, and I'm so excited. I love Fiestaware and I love utensils, so it was like the perfect gift. So today we're going to be using our Fiestaware scraper. Okay, let's get going here. So the first thing I'm going to put in my bowl is my, let's take this off. How about? First thing I'm going to put in the bowl is my pound of butter, okay? And this is softened. If your butter's really cold, you can always stick it in the microwave for like a few seconds. I did this pound of butter for about 15 seconds and it's nice and soft, but it's not melted, okay? So we're gonna dump this in. Whoa, that was near disaster. Okay, there we go. The cameraman has to kick the cats out of the kitchen. They are so food motivated, it's crazy. Okay. Get that going. Into the butter mixture, we're going to add the sugar. Going to cream this together until it's nice and fluffy. Okay, now we're going to add the eggs one at a time. And don't forget, guys, crack your eggs in a separate bowl before you put them in here to make sure you don't have shell. There we go, there's one. And just beat for a minute until they're incorporated, and then the next one, okay? Okay guys, this is what the batter looks like with the 6 eggs, the pound of butter, and the 2 cups of sugar. So what we're going to do now is we're going to scrape down the bowl. Okay, this is a dense batter, okay guys, so don't be nervous. There's a lot of butter and sugar in here, and pretty soon there's going to be a lot of flour. So don't be nervous if it seems like it's really thick, because it's really thick. Okay, so we'll get that scraped, and we'll get the sides of the bowl scraped. Okay, this is still, of course, really lumpy, and that's all right. Just doing a preliminary scrape here. Okay, guys, we're going to start adding the flour now. So I've turned the beaters down because I don't want the flour to go flying up everywhere, okay? So you just want to add a little bit of this at a time. It's just going to go right here on the side. Now, if you have a splash guard or a shield for your KitchenAid, you might want to use it now just to keep the flour from going everywhere. Okay, so I add a little bit and then I let it beat. And then I'm going to add a little bit more and then I'm going to beat it. And then I'm going to start adding the milk in, alternating flour and milk. Okay? Okay guys, we have added the flour and we've added the milk, and we're going to add the extracts, and then we're going to give it another scrape, okay? Because you can see there's still some mixing that has to be done. So we're going to take our vanilla extract, and remember my mom did not measure vanilla extract, and neither do I. That's probably a teaspoon, I would say. And then a teaspoon or so, you know, of this pumpkin pie spice extract. So we'll give that a little squirt. That was probably less than a teaspoon, okay? And then we are going to give this a scrape. And the cameraman is kicking the cat right now. Only because he's in the way, not because we're, you know, mean people. Okay, so we're going to scrape this. And as you can see, it's a thick batter. It needs a good bit of scraping. We're not quite finished beating it yet. Okay, we got stuff on our... And guys, we're going to be using our bundt pans. And I just want to remind you that your bundt pan needs to be very well greased, okay? We used coconut oil for this one. Just make sure you use something. Okay, we'll get this mixed up, and then in a minute we'll be ready to pour. Okay guys, the batter is all mixed. As you can see, it's a dense batter, but not super dense, okay? If you stuck your finger in it, you will know that the batter is a lovely, sweet, buttery flavor with a hint of cinnamon. Okay, so we're just going to pour this in our bundt pan that's been well greased. I used coconut oil. You can use whatever you like. Okay. There we go. Got that all in. Okay. And then we're just going to even it out here in the bowl, in the bundt pan. Okay, just like that. And this is going to go in the oven for about an hour. About an hour and 40 minutes, okay guys? So come on back and we will have pound cake. Hey guys, welcome back. So cake is out of the oven and this is what it looks like. See, it doesn't rise a lot because it doesn't have any leavening in it, okay? So, and it's heavy. It's a dense cake. It's gonna look like it's not done, but when you stick a toothpick in it, it comes out clean. Okay, so this cake was in the oven at 325 for us for about an hour and a half, okay? So now we're gonna see, we've let it cool for a little while, and we're gonna see if it comes out of the pan and onto the plate, and I hope it does. So everybody cross your fingers. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, that sounds good. Okay, let's just get it down here. Oof. And okay, cross your fingers. Ta-da! That's always such a thrill. So here it is. It's all done. It's ready to cut. And when we come back, we are going to have a piece of cake and a surprise. We're going to have a surprise drink. Okay? Come back.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my mom's recipe box. So this morning, and it's an early morning shoot for us. Usually we're doing afternoon, but because we're gonna have coffee with Susan's fantastic pound cake, do it in the morning, because if I drink coffee in the afternoon, forget it, I'll never go to sleep. Okay, so this is coffee for people like me, my special coffee for people who love the aroma of coffee and like the taste, but straight coffee is just too strong. So I've got to dilute it a lot, and there are all kinds of tricks of the trade that I've learned. So come on in and we'll show you. Lulu is here. Our cats love coffee. This is a problem, so we have to be careful. Okay, so I'll go to the bottom tray here where we have the light and medium coffees. Top one, the heavy duty dark coffees for Susan. Okay, so I'm picking Lavazza. We shouldn't give them a promo without a link, but for now we will. Great aroma, great taste, just a little too strong for me, so we put it in our Keurig. Now, when it comes to the selection, the default is 8. For bigger cups, you could put 10, but I knocked that down to 4 ounces, and you will see why. So we're hitting the brew. Coffee coming out. Love the smell. Okay, good to go. So here is our 4 ounces in the mug, right? 4 ounces of coffee. There we go. We're going to bring it over. Come on over to the coffee station. Okay. So what we have is some half and half, right? So this is one way we dilute it, but I think actually first what I'll pour in, just to get a little flavor, because that was not a flavored coffee, caramel syrup. Again, Tirani, not a sponsor of ours yet. Hopefully in the future, Lulu and Clive are eagerly waiting. So this is what I use to sweeten it. Put in a good amount there. Oh, we need a spoon. We forgot. Here, I had a spoon out earlier. Stir that in so we have the aroma is fantastic. Make it sweet with the caramel syrup. Sometimes we use vanilla today. Here comes Lulu. So I'm really going, as you can see, Lulu's excited. And oh, I think we're going to need a little more syrup, cream than that. Go. We have our cream in, stirring it up so you can see the color much lighter. It's got the caramel flavor, so it's going to be really good. Okay, now one thing we're going to have to do is nuke it because it's going to get much colder with this. Okay, since we put in probably an equal amount, half and half, as coffee, we're going to nuke it to get it hot again, maybe 1 minute. Okay, so we nuked it for about a minute to get it hot. I know Susan likes hot coffee. For me, medium temp is okay, but we'll heat this one up. Just give it one extra stir. Let me give a little taste. Taste is great, and it's hot. So we go to the whipped cream, right? Again, we're getting all kinds of flavors and textures, aromas. So a lot of whipped cream there. Always good. Okay, sprinkle a little cinnamon. If it comes out, there it is. Very nice for color. And ta-da, we have our caramel coffee whipped cream extravaganza. Okay, we are back. We have our coffee concoction.
It smells great.
The smell is really good. Here, babe, take the first sip.
Oh, that's
so
good.
The
Just what I needed this
The whipped
morning.
cream is melting, so that also helps add to the flavor in the coffee.
It's nice. You can taste the caramel. Yeah, and there's still enough coffee in there to wake me up.
And here come our cats. Lulu already was trying to get at it. Clive is coming.
Okay, so let's try.
Here is the pound cake. Look at that.
So I'm going to give you the manly orange fork, and I'm going to take the lady's pink fork.
Okay, you hold on.
Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, this is a
Lulu
dense.
is going to go for
cake.
coffee, so.
Okay, so I got my cake, and I'm gonna dip it in a whipped cream. Okay. Oh, I'll wait.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I? Okay,
Yeah,
I can't
Mark.
wait. It's very rich and buttery, but the whipped cream with the cinnamon really improves the flavor. It's a really good bite. So I definitely recommend, if you have whipped cream and cinnamon, that you add it to this cake. 'Cause this cake already has a little bit of cinnamon flavor in it. That's really good. Sorry, Lulu, you have to take our word for it. Okay, honey. Oh, also, I want to give a shout out to my friends Aunt Therese and Rick. They gave me these pants, and I love them. So thank you guys so much. They're my new favorite pajamas. So that's our episode of My Mom's Recipe Box. I hope you give this cake a try because it's really good. You know, the day after, what's really good is if you slice it up and put it in the toaster. Very, very good, you guys.
Very good.
You're going to really enjoy it. So anyway, that's our show. Thank you so much for coming. We really love having you here. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Please like and share. And if you hit the notification bell, you will get an alert every time we post a new video, which is every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Okay, guys? So take good care. We love you.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Stay well. And we'll see you next week on My Mom's Recipe Box.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Clive is eagerly waiting the opportunity to stick his head in the coffee mug. Very exciting time for him.